Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Here we are with another Skywalker figures from the Hot Toy in 1/6 scale. And I got this one from eBay. Believe it or not, I win this one for about £175, which is not too bad, I have to say. And then surprisingly, I managed to get the three figures from the same seller, all by winning the bid, which is impressive, I have to say. It's so coincident, it's just unbelievable. I've been having the Star Wars fever these days, so basically I've been rewatching all the Star Wars movie, including solos and also the animes and Bad Batch and all kind of stuff. So I have decided that I'm gonna upgrade all my Star Wars figures, and the one that I want and things that I don't have on a Hasbro Black Series, and I have them in my over my display cabinet with my model cars, just to fill in the gaps in between. I just don't like loads of empty space, really. I feel a bit empty, so I filled it up with the Star Wars Black Series figures. I also show that I like Star Wars too. Star Wars is my since I was a teenager, I watched the very first movie from Star Wars. I absolutely love it. I didn't even understand the story, but I just love the space and the sci-fi and all the laser shooting, boom, 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 boom. I used to like all these things, so so decided to get all the Star Wars as well. So, and the only problem I have is Star Wars figures are expensive from Hot Toys, and they are overpriced, I have to say. And they're plastic figures, right? But they do charge over £200 to £300. And in the UK, some of the figures, like rare one, like a Cody's, they can go up to nearly £400 for that. In some places for brand new. Yeah, so they are really expensive, and I just don't want to spend that much for plastic figures. And £200 is my maximum limit for the plastic figure, unless I really like it. Some of the figures that I really find it, I must have it, like a Captain Rex or Obi-Wan's or Luke Skywalker, and then I'm willing to pay a bit more for that. But anyway, so this is Rey, and it's from the Rise of Skywalker, from the third franchise of the Star Wars series saga. She is very different. I never actually thought about buying her until I ended up winning it. So I got it in my hand, and so she is really stunning. I'm really glad that I bid these figures and I win this one, because I didn't expect to buy this one at all. She's not even come in my head. Even though I like the movies, but it just didn't come to my head as the one of the main characters. And the one I want is Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka probably, and they are my first top three choice. And then the rest is just like, well, whatever. I do want them if they are cheaper. So, but this one I got it for reasonable price, so I'm happy with it. And before I get started with the Rey, I forgot to mention about the couple other accessories from the Anakin. So Anakin also come with these figures as well, small one. They're sort of like hologram from the this little piece that you can actually attach to it. And I forgot to show this one in my previous video, so sorry about that. And so he has this, who's this guy? Can't tell on face. Could be the Obi-Wan. Yeah, it is Obi-Wan, sorry. And then this is Ahsoka, clearly, and this is Yoda. So you got Yoda as well. So that's the one that come with it, the Anakin as well. And it'll also come with the there's a the vehicle with the LED light as well. But I didn't want that one because it's too big. I don't have a space for that thing, so I just get the standard one. Actually, standard one come with decent amount of accessory anyway, so I'm happy with that. So is this Rey. Actually, Rey come with a lot of accessory as well. I was so impressed, and for the price that I paid for it, come with so many bits and pieces. Now, as I'm talking about all the stuff, I noticed something about this Rey on hand as well. She got all this yellow part and hinted around on a white piece of, I don't know how do you call this thing. Is it just like a clothes? No, band, armband, whatever you call it. They have some kind of yellow hints going on as the things rotate. I didn't notice that before. I thought they are plain white. Actually, they are not. And also, one thing I figured out last night, I have to tell you this. This figure is UV reflected as well. Yeah, that's right. You can actually put a UV light on it, and it glow like an angel from the sky. It's like really impressive. Like, not all of them, but these some part of this material don't work. But you got two different kind of material. You see, you got this cape, not cape actually. This what do you call this thing? I don't know. I don't know these kind of stuff. Anyway, so she have this stuff, and also she got actual clothes wearing underneath there, and that part actually glow, which is really impressive. It's really cool at night. Anyway, so let's start with accessories. She come with a dynamic stand, and then also she come with this little guy called Dio, and this one has a magnetic base on it, but unfortunately you can't keep him on the ground, and he will actually tip over or fall down or whatever it is. So you have got to use the dynamic stand to keep it in that corner, keeping like floating around like this basically, which is kind of cute actually. I like that guy. And you got very nicely weathering effects here, and also you can actually articulate as well. The head can go up and down, you can do all sorts of different things, and you also got a little bit of wiring effects going on as well, which is very nice. And also on the top you got some kind of clear translucent part that you can see through the underneath, some kind of yellow kind of lights. I don't know what you call it, electric circuit board or whatever. But anyway, it's so cool. And all these antennas, you have to annoyingly attach it one by one. That is the only annoying part. The rest is actually very nice, and you can do also articulation. And also this thing actually spin as well, which is nice. It's like a wheel. That's how he moved in the movie anyway, so this is really cool. And also she come with this like a training kind of Jedi training wheel, which you have to attach on the translucent part into this one. And she also come with the what do you call it, spare lightsaber. Not just one actually, she come with 4 in total. That's insane. 4 lightsaber, right? She had this one, which is you have this little clip on it, which you can hook into her belt. But I'm gonna put this on the Anakin instead, rather than her. And she should also have 2 other lightsaber, and the one that you saw in the Anakin, which I put it on his hand, is also spare one. So you got 4 in total, which is really impressive. And she also come with this training helmet, which is cool. I don't think I'm gonna use that one though, because if I put it on, it's kind of weird. So I'm not gonna use this training helmet on. I'm just gonna leave it like that, but it's kind of nice though. And you also have a little padding around it as well, so to protect the head sculpt, I suppose. So it's fine. And also she comes with this massive stick, which she used to have from the beginning of the movie all the way to the end, I suppose. That is really nice, and you can actually adjust all the lengths of this, and you got a little strap as well, and all the tip looks like an actual lightsaber as well, which is nice. So that is that. And she comes with a few pair of hands, as you can see. Also these beam saber energy effects with the sweeping around, that kind of thing. And also standard one, like just normal beam effects. So yeah, and also she can not finished yet. She also have this one little blaster as well, which is also nice. So many little accessories, which is incredible. And so yeah, that is very nice figure. I'm very happy to have Rey in my hand, to be honest. And also one thing that I'm very impressed, and I show it to my wife as well, she is really impressed as well, is she used this first time ever I seen it in figures. I seen it a little bit on Black Widow, from the Black Widow movie, and on the chest area, and it looks like a silicone, but in this figure the whole body on the top part is all silicone. That is really cool. So it looks like a real person, because when you look at it, it looks like so soft and squeegee to touch, and yet very strong and steady as well. So the joints are nice and firm, and also if you burn it, look at the arm, right? Just like a real person, have all the creases and stuff like that. Look at this, right? And it disappears when you stretch it back out. Look at that. Totally seamless. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that features, and I really wish that Hot Toy used this kind of skin, tone, and this kind of silicone base for all their figures, for the human one actually at least. And that would be so cool and so nice. And look at this, it's really impressive. And they are very steady as well, you know, all the bicep and everything, all the neck, they're very nice and soft to touch, and yet they stay in shapes. That is a really good thing about it. Right, so the lightsaber has two different stuff. So you got this Anakin style you know, beam saber, and also you got another one here like this. This is also cool. I think this one comes from layers, I think from the Luke Skywalker or something like that. I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, at least you got 4 different beam saber style, which is very nice. In terms of articulation wise, you got a nice articulation on the head, and also the head sculpt is really impressive. Look at that, just like the real actor, the Daisy Ridley. It's really impressive. She's British actress, I think, and she definitely resembled on her face, and all the makeups and all the lips and nose and everything, just like shrink down to 1/6 scale figures from the real person. But she's not very tall at all, unfortunately. She's very short, right? Yeah, so she's not very tall. I'm gonna show you the comparison with Anakin's, and you can see how tall she is. She's like a little midget, actually. Sorry, Daisy, you are a bit short. But anyway, she's really cool characters in the movie, so I actually love her in the movie. But in terms of figure wise, I was a little bit reluctant to get this kind of figures because I was worried that all the joints and stuff gonna be plasticky and all this stuff. And thankfully this figure is not, which completely proved my, you know, imagination wrong. So this is the reason why I didn't want to buy this, you know, human figures from the Hot Toy, because they use that kind of plasticky joint, which you can see, and it's kind of so ugly. I hate those ones. That's the problem with it. But then thankfully Hot Toy do it in seamless body and arms, so which is really impressive. And in terms of head, you cut very nice, and you can see that you can also use it like this with a little hood on. But I don't know, I'm probably not gonna use that hood on it. It looks a bit weird. I'm just gonna keep her as it is. And all the hairs and stuff looks really nice, and all the little thing here as well, and all lovely and nice. Right, so articulation wise, obviously you can go arm, go up and down. You shouldn't have any problem with articulation on this figure, which is very nice. Bicep can swivel, but it's kind of stiff, so I don't want to force it, break the silicone. But you can actually do all this bending past the 90, I think, easily. And also obviously you can adjust it around on the you know, handle as well. And also again, she can crouch a little bit better than Anakin for sure. You can turn, maybe, I'm not sure, I don't want to force it either. It can move a little bit, but it's not much. Also the leg can actually go and down sideways if you want, and there is no ratchet joint on the leg, which is kind of strange, not like Anakin. And the boot is unfortunately not a split cut boot or whatever you call it, so unfortunately that might be a problem because of the way it's being designed is like that. But in Anakin you can actually tilt from here and the whole thing will tilt, but with Daisy that is going to be a compromise here, which is a shame really. Yeah, apart from that, looks not too bad. And also, by the way, she comes with this little bag as well, which looks like an actual material. You can actually take it off and you can put the clothes in there, or the spare beam sabers or whatever you want to put in there. So that is that. So yeah, it's very nice figures. I'm very happy with that. So right, let's see the comparison with Anakin. So here we are with Anakin, and if I put her like this, there we are. See how small and short she is. Look at that. Look at the height comparison. But it is quite realistic though. She's probably about 5'5" or 6" or something like that, and Anakin probably about 6 foot tall. So it just makes sense, I suppose. Anyway, I hope this video is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.